No?
It's all a disguise, so we're not focused on UFOs, bro. And fucking Luigi! We didn't talk about Luigi the whole time!
Oh, Luigi!
We're fucking over here fucking around.
Let's get
talking
into
about
it.
Luigi, man.
Hold on. Stop the podcast. We're going to start episode 83 right now. Episode 83. Luigi, all Luigi, dude.
Luigi.
Dude. Should we get into it? Mikey, do some research pretty quick.
What about it?
Mikey, type Luigi. That's all I gotta do. Type Luigi and let's see what happens.
I mean, it's crazy people's reaction.
I don't think he shot him. If you see the person who is behind the mask,
the first thing I thought was
the eyebrows don't match up.
The first thing I thought was the shooter didn't have a fucking unibrow.
Yeah.
The shooter had a unibrow. I would have spotted it. That's a unibrow. It's easy. Fucking find all the people in New York City with unibrows. That's not what I thought.
Yeah.
Luigi has a unibrow. It's not him.
Yeah, it's not him.
But
why would they choose him then?
But regardless, right? Regardless of who it is, you know? People are like, all feel a very certain way about it.
Yeah.
You know? They even asked his wife, and she was like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, goddamn, bro. We can't trust Calvin's trust Calvin's resources over here. He's fucking... this motherfucker's on, he's on Temu fucking trying to find some fucking resources.
Hey, Temu got you a fucking dummy fucking battery right there, motherfucker.
You bought off a Temu?
No, I'm just kidding. Oh. TikTok Shop.
TikTok Shop's the best,
It's basically Temu, isn't it?
Nah, a little bit better.
They're cousins.
Yeah.
The same people own fucking Guaranteed.
It's like Mario and Luigi, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You get it. You get the source from Luigi.
I don't know. What about Luigi? Like, I don't know. The thing is, like, if you put him on trial in New York City, even if he did, they're saying he did it. Yeah. They put him on trial in New York City, and he tells the story about, like, what his manifesto is, or if that is his manifesto, and he tells a story about, like, his mom being sick, and him surgery. Him seeing his back surgery. But the thing on his manifesto is him talking about his mom being sick, him seeing her going in and out of the hospital, her claims getting denied, her getting addicted to opiates, and then them not even working for her anymore. She just had to take them so she wouldn't go into withdrawal symptoms because that's how bad she was, and them having to find other ways to treat her. I mean, he goes on stage and says stuff like that. It's going to be really hard to find a juror that hasn't experienced a similar situation with a loved one or themselves, you know? Like, I feel like it'd be very hard. And I don't think United Healthcare wants him on trial talking about how he had such a bad story, and then everybody else, anytime there's a post about it, talking about how horrible it is.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think insurance companies in general. Yeah. But I feel there's a certain extent to where you can keep it away from, like, the more mainstream population. As far as, like, they talk about it on the news, but they frame it in certain ways, you know? And
that's for old people.
Yeah.
Young people don't listen to the news. They look at TikTok,
but even those
Reddit, and they actually, you know what young people actually do? Is their own research.
Yeah. The average age on TikTok's like 39.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's millennial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. People do their own research. And and then they make their own videos about what they've found. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that's the best thing for the people is people doing research for people.
But the thing right now is there's so much information going out and misinformation that you don't really know what's true and what's not true about Luigi, and that's what they do to divide people. You put out so much information that someone's like, oh, this is what happened. No, that's not what I heard. I heard this. And then everyone's like, what's going on? Luigi did it. Now we're saying Luigi did it. He hasn't even gone on trial yet. Everyone's like, Luigi did it. How is he not guilty? Like, they're asking the lawyer, like, how are you going to say he's not guilty to this? Lawyer's like, we haven't fucking gone on trial. We haven't had any evidence yet.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, like, even with all of this misinformation, the public is just on his side.
Yeah.
Like, even no matter what they say, or, like, even if he were to go on there and say, and, like, actually be just such a messed up person, I don't think anybody would really try and fault him for this particular situation.
And I think, too, to your point, like, you see photos of him being, like, a normal guy. You know, him doing normal things, college things, or him going on hikes, whatever. And then if he was, like, that far gone, as far as, like, how it made him, like, if he's, like, even if he's, like, a sinister version of himself on trial, they would think how far he was pushed, you know? At least if I was the lawyer, that's what I would say. Look how far he was pushed because of the healthcare system. I mean, I think there's a lot of ways out for that lawyer.
I think the healthcare system is very bad, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Very bad in America right now.
We're the only for-profit healthcare system in the world. that's not second or third world
Healthcare
country,
is supposed to be for helping people instead of just making a profit.
Yeah. Well, we do have, universal healthcare for like Medicare, but you have to be 65 or qualify for it.
Or be like divorced, or.
But even then, if you make a certain amount of money, you don't qualify for that no more.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a messed up system. I think everybody knows someone who has had a claim denied or their deductible's too high, they couldn't meet it.
Well, yeah, it's like the same thing. The same thing happened with my mother-in-law and my Doug, his dad. They both had back surgery, and they have not been the same since. They've been. Doug's dad has neuropathy, very bad, and my mother-in-law, her hip hurts, and there's a lot of things that have been going wrong with her, and she's trying to get better, but this is nothing that could help her, and she might just be wheelchair ridden for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be that way.
Right. Especially when you pay into your health insurance company.
And then Doug's dad, he got in an accident.
Yeah.
During work, and the whatchamacallit, the insurance, the workman's comp said that he's good to go back to work. He could barely walk.
Yeah.
He could barely even walk and not hurt. You know what I mean? And they're saying, oh yeah, he's good to go back to work. This is a false claim and everything else too.
That's wild. It's crazy to think that they can just deny claims. I saw a thing on United Healthcare.
It's crazy that if you need something, the insurance has to say like if you need it or not. Well, that's just crazy.
Well, they have to double check with your doctor. It's like, you already fucking said this is what I need, motherfucker. But I saw a thing in United Healthcare, and it was like they had a new AI system going through their claims for your Medicare Advantage, and that's like basically Medicare Advantage is the company or whatever takes your Medicare money. And you give your Medicare money to them every month, and they're supposed to do more with it or give you more care because you're paying them directly instead of just keeping the Medicare money and then you know whatever. But 90% of those Medicare Advantage claims were falsely getting denied by United Healthcare's new AI system. Oh my God. And the whole thing with like healthcare is to make money, you can't have claims, and to not have claims, you have to deny them. So even if they're a valid claim, you deny. It's the deny, defend, depose. You just deny until you can't deny it anymore. Make them file a lawsuit against you if that's how far you have to push it.
And then if that's the case, usually the people that deny, they don't have lawyers enough to go against Big Pharma.
And that's the thing. They say if you deny the majority of claims, most people aren't, even if they're valid, you're going to have a small percentage that people that keep fighting. You know? Most people are like, oh, what am I going to do? And they try to find other ways to do it or live with it. 40% of bankruptcies in the United States are because of medical debt.
Well,
which is crazy.
The debt of Americans is mostly medical debt.
Yeah, it's
like 30% or something like that.
Well, 40% of bankruptcies it's probably even higher. But it's like you think of like your coworkers or like not necessarily even family and friends, but like coworkers or just people in your community. People you see on the daily, like you want the best for them. You don't want them to be like sick. You want to, even if like a gas station you go into, you don't want the lady there just to be like,
oh, I have to do this for because this is the way I can survive.
Or like her back's all fucked up, she's all hunched over and she's just like trying to do her best and she's all in pain and shit. You wouldn't want to see her like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So why is it people are making profits? Like why is that CEO going to get a bonus this year? Because of how much money the company
They should get a bonus on how many people they cured and how many people.
Why is a healthcare company in the Forbes 500 list? You know, why are they one of the most profitable companies in the country, in the world? You know, they're not one of the most popular they're not one of the most profitable companies in the United States. They're one of the most profitable companies in the whole world, and they're taking it because Americans are sick.
Yeah.
So it's